Welcome back to this Anaheim Ducks franchise mode. We're at the 2025 trade deadline, and we're looking to sell off. Don't have much to sell off, but we have Alex Killorn, who is a point a game right now, and let's see if there's any younger guys who might be interesting. Like, I mean, even like Eriksson Ek could be a good guy, but he's pretty good. I'm just looking at the ages up here. Looking for a guy in his mid-20s maybe. Got some prospects. Let's find what people are wanting to give up for Killorn. Because I can always go out and... It looks like he doesn't have that much value actually. Probably the age and the contract, even though he's been doing well. Like last season he was almost point a game too. Pretty consistent with that. And looks like we got trades. We got a second from next year and a third. I don't know. So what do we have for draft picks? We just have our basic draft picks. We haven't picked up any extra except for that 7th. Yeah, that's kind of boring. I don't really feel like trading him off for so little. I'd rather just keep him or something. I don't know if we'll get less. We'll probably get less as he ages. There's some prospects here maybe we could try to go for. Let's sell. Power forward would be interesting. I don't know if they'd be wanting to do that. Leonard, they're already ready to trade. It's interesting. So the best prospect on the board, they want a third line forward. So that makes sense actually. Oh my gosh. Every time, man. Was that a 94 that's on the block now? Marner got added to the block. 27. That makes things interesting. I don't know who we'd have to give up. Like I'd honestly give up this guy. He doesn't have any gold. They're both playmakers, right? And Marner's very good defensively. Like if you look at Marner, he is just ridiculous. Like so good. Are they doing bad? Like what are they? They're wanting. They just think they can't resign him. Like they must have made a trade here. Trade summary. They must have made a trade and then like they made just a nothing trade, like some prospects. Like that's actually adds nothing to their NHL, and then that makes them want to trade Marner. Sometimes the computer is just so confusing. Looks like there's 3 teams already looking at him. They want a defenseman. That's what I wanted to look at. They want a top 2 defenseman. I don't have one that's currently a top 2 defenseman. But, oh gosh. What happened? Trouba for Killorn. No thank you. So they want an NHL defenseman. We got Minchikov, we got Drysdale. Like, would Drysdale make sense? He's tied with our best defenseman. Toronto has been looking, like in real life, for right-handed defensemen. They got D'Angelo now and Liljegren. But yeah, they're definitely weak. They could almost honestly use a lefty now. But I don't know, guys. Like, it would probably be Minchikov. Still super young. I like that he's a two-way, but he's really good offensively too. Like, he's already got 39 points. They might trade Marner. It's a pretty tough trade to make. How much value does our draft pick have? Quite a bit. I didn't even look at the draft. I haven't even showed you guys the draft yet. So forwards, like I'm tempted just to give them Conroy and say that's pretty fair value. Like, I could give them Conroy and then give them Gudis and say, like, because they're looking for a defenseman. That would kind of make sense to me. Because then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'd be looking for another top. Well, Marner would replace him there, and he would be. Marner is a right wing, so they replace each other equally there. I don't know. I don't know if this is fun. Like, it almost seems like a little too cheap, like a little too easy. Because then out of these 3, and one of them will play left wing. Kulich hopefully will be our second line left wing. Take Gudis. And realistically, we would retain on that, which is, honestly, I'd rather keep money. Is this fun? I mean, it's kind of like a YouTube, like, crazy series. Maybe we'll just say this isn't a realistic series. How many points did he have last season? 79. He has 62 this season, so it's not even that crazy, but I bet you playing with this kind of makes sense to me. Alright. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. And I'm still looking to move Mr. Killorn. Lysil's, oh, Sillinger's out there now. Center power forward. He could be like a really good third line center for us. Because Lysell probably wouldn't get in. And same with like Nyman would probably want to be a top sixer. Barlow could be too, but he's a winger. Lundestrom we already have as a center. Get Sillinger for Tate McRae. Oh my gosh. What are they wanting for Sillinger? Because I remember looking at their wants, it made sense for Lysell. Chinnikov too, is he sniper? Nah. They want a defenseman, where that would make more sense trading them Killorn, because they want a forward. They also want a defenseman for him. Nyes looks like he hasn't developed at all yet. They want a goalie prospect. I mean, I could just send them one of ours for Nyes, but that could be interesting too. Let's look at Lysell. He's a medium 9. I just looked at that. They want a third line forward for him. I mean, we could have him as a third liner and just like an offensive third liner. Like I always talk about how I like checking guys. But like he would bump down Lawton to the next line. That would make them a good team. Killorn, and then maybe we can get a prospect out of this. They're over the cap, so do they have any negative contracts? Get Branson. I don't know how they got him. Like if they traded for him, like that's pretty rough. No, that wouldn't be enough. There's no way they have negative goalie contracts. No. So we could take Gibranson because it's only 2 years. And then they don't have any picks this year, which kind of sucks. Like I could see a second, a fourth, and a fifth like that. I'd say that's probably fair value because Lysell doesn't have that much potential. I mean, he was a first overall pick, but not first round pick, but he has not done too much. We could play him in the NHL right away. What was I gonna look at? Yeah, I don't know. Second from next year, fourth and a fifth added on this year. Should we look at the draft and maybe we want to, before we do this, let's see if we want to pick from this year or next year. Can we see the draft? Can we not see the draft from here? Draft board. View draft class, okay, good. Because we got a bunch of added guys. Holy crap. I put it on low too, like, is it almost like it's opposite? Where is, did I miss Misa? Misa, okay, yeah, he's here. I'd say Hagens would be the best. Do we have any like later picks, like a late first almost, like if we could add something? We could go for Daigle, but like I'm not in desperate need for a prospect like that. There's so many added guys, holy crap. Bill Sonnen. Do we have any scouted guys? Oh wow. I like that. Could be a project guy for us. This could be a second rounder that we pick up, because usually that's a low top 6 guy, but he's actually an elite there. So we could get that guy with our own pick, but if we wanted, like this would be a third. No, not really. Late second. Here's a grinder right wing, 17. Says he's 4 years away, but it doesn't look that bad. Another grinder, left wing. These guys I would be interested in if I could get like that's a third, early third, that is, because 64 is the end of the second. So maybe go for this guy with an early third. I mean, we could use our own third with that. And then we could use our second with this. It'd be right around there. I think that trade with Boston would be fine. For, because we already got Kane, or not Kane, Marner. That's crazy that we got Marner. But I mean, we want to start competing soon, so let's trade for Lysell. I don't usually make trades like this. Usually I just like cheese it and try to get like all draft picks, like first rounders and stuff. But let us go like this. We'll take Goodbranson. Is that fair value for a point a game guy? I almost feel like changing that fifth. Because he's still a good player. I don't know what, like, I changed this into a third from next year. Get a little more value because that seems fair to me. Hopefully that works. Okay, I guess they don't want that. Well, just take this. No, not even. What about just that? Okay. So we got a pick from this year, fourth. We got Marner, so let's see what we look like now with Marner on our team. Marner has anxiety for being on his new team. I'm actually not even looking at these trades that were made. Blankenberg, he's pretty young. And he's on Seattle now. I might pick him up. Oh wait, no, he's I thought he was a 78 for some reason. Did he? Is that a real life contract? That must be a real life contract. That's a little crazy, Columbus. So let's look here. He basically just replaces him. Sidorov is just going off here. Yeah, he's growing really well. Where is... Okay, so Lysell, he could play in the NHL. Alright, so our new NHL lines, this is what I'm going to play them as. Actually, Terry going on the first line gets a +5 with those guys, so because Terry's a sniper, playmaker. So, yeah, that's our lines. Lysell here on the third line, same fourth line. Just got Goodbranson in the lineup here. And yeah. So we will sim to the end of the season, and then again AHL is doing well, so we can follow them. Alright, so here we are at the end of the NHL season. Let's go over our team and individual stats. We were third last in the Pacific. Both California teams behind us. So Winnipeg, Pittsburgh, Carolina, New Jersey, Vegas, Colorado, Seattle, Detroit. Don't know how Winnipeg's so good, but let's go. And we are fifth last. So we only have our own pick, but we definitely have a weak conference if two of our division is behind us and we're in fifth last. So we got 3 goals per game. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we had last year. It's pretty bad. Goals against. We're down there. We're close. We're at 348 there with Buffalo. Power play. We're not in the top or the bottom. Oh yeah, we are in the bottom. Bad power play, unfortunately, with all our offensive guys. PK looks like we're close-ish to the bottom, so hopefully next year we'll start improving. With Marner, Zegras had a really good season. Marner looks like he kind of struggled actually, like not like insane. 14 and 18. Hopefully he does okay for us. He's just like a really all-around good player. Forward wise, so McTavish again missed a few. Is he his durability? I don't know. He just has missed a few games in the last few seasons. Carlson, Perreault, not bad, playing on the third line there. I'm not expecting him to stay, but he's just kind of a filler guy right now. I mean, he is 23, but Kulich, kind of disappointing there. Hoped a little bit more from him. That fourth line. So injuries were actually pretty good. Lysell had 12 points in 18 games on the third line there when he came in. Kulich, was he on the second line? I don't even remember where I put him there, guys. I must have had him on the second line there in the end of the season. Minchikov, a 50-point season. I like to see that. I'm glad I didn't trade him. And good Brandt, just offensive guy, putting up a bunch of points for Boston, I guess. Goalies, Dostal's struggling. He's injured right now. I don't know. He lost all his abilities, so I don't love to see that. It's almost like they take him away too quick. In the NHL for goalies, Jari, Husso, Hellebuck. Husso in real life is so bad. I don't know if you guys have seen the highlights, but it's pretty funny. Varlamov splitting time over there. Yeah, Husso's the good goalie in this, I guess. And is it Shane Wright? Yeah, there you go. I made him a franchise. He probably could be a high elite, but yeah, he's pretty good there. Our guy that we traded to Toronto, how did he do in Toronto? He had more points in Toronto than Marner had here. But I like Marner. He's a real life guy, and he has a lot more. What the heck? This is a little crazy. I might have to turn scoring down. Dunn just exploded. Morrissey doesn't. Yeah, like Yossi getting old too. That's crazy. I might have to take a look at that if this is a little ridiculous. Forwards, I just might have to make our offensive defenseman not as good. Marchand, holy crap. Kyle Connor with 70 goals. His shot has grown so much. That's crazy. Kyle Connor, 70 goals. Pasternak, Ovi still putting it up. He's definitely beat the record now. Oh yeah, blow it out of the water. He beat it last season. Which is crazy. Assists. Scheifele, yeah. Scheifele's just, that's crazy. So let's look at for the whole league, plus minus. Chushkin, Aho. Who's on a bad team? Please don't let it be our team again. Okay. Nobody that we really care about is bad. At least Carlson wasn't up there again. Middleton again. Penalty minutes. Jacques on Tampa now. Who's shooting? Is it OV again? Yep. Holy, 420. Nice. Who's on the power play line? Is it Jack Hughes again? Scheifele. For fun, who plays a lot? Is it Doughty or something? Montour on Vancouver. They signed him. What did they give him? That's actually not that bad. Korchinski is already playing crazy amount. He grew like crazy. Holy crap. Who is hitting? Jenner again, back-to-back years. What's his body checking? Yeah. He does hit a lot in real life too. Barbashev, yeah, nice. Shane Wright, holy. Okay. Body checking. Yeah, I don't know why it's so high for him. Middleton, Foligno again. There's less and less fights every year. So yeah, let's get into the AHL playoffs. This year I'm actually gonna see who we can send down before, as in terms of prospects. I know that computer generated guy will be able to. I kind of feel bad, like it's a little bit cheesing, but Perot, Lysell, that Purrington guy should be able to. Kulich even, maybe. And let's pull up guys who aren't going to play in the NHL or in the AHL. And then who else doesn't have waivers? Like just like prospects. Kulich, Zellweger will leave up here. Who doesn't have waivers? Yeah. He'll be the only other guy. You're not going to play in the playoffs. So let's go see what our lines are going to look like. Hopefully we can do better. They're still not done their season yet, so. But I know they were first in the AHL last year. Because these were our lines. I'm just going to go best lines. Kind of sucks like they were there all season and now they're going to get pushed down. But, yeah, that's just stacked. That's stacked. And then our goalies. Klang, how is he doing? Eh. Alexander's played really well. DeLeo and Tracy and Pastujov. Is there anybody we'd rather get in there? We'll put Pastujov there. And the rest of that's fine. Oh, I don't know why I changed to the NHL again. Okay, let's see here. Savoy's just going off. I'm going to have to look at him again and see where he might fit into the NHL next season. Because he's growing like crazy. There's a few guys down there. We might have to make some move arounds. I mean, our whole fourth line last year in the NHL was guys that I'm fine with replacing. So, let's see how we do. 5-game series. Dostal is back. Is he? He must have waivers, right? Because he still, like, has not got any good seasons. Like, he just played 9 good games in the AHL the first season there. He has waivers. I don't know why he has waivers, but, yeah, we won't send him down. Doesn't even show us. And can you show me? Win and a loss. So win. Win, nice. Go on to the second round, what we weren't able to do last year. Is this a 5-game series too? I didn't realize that was that like a play-in or something? I don't know. Anyways, I'm pretty sure the AHL second round is a 7-game series. There we go. Nice, on to the conference finals, just like that. Grand Rapids Griffins, they're usually a good team. Fox, I got injured. Not a big deal, he's a fourth liner, or third liner. Okay. That's 2 losses. Usually I look at the lines, but this is just the AHL playoffs. Okay, maybe now I'll look at the lines. See what's going on. It'd be nice to get those young guys all a championship. You guys can kind of see how I edit the lines if we're not winning. It's the same as Tugi, if you ever see Tugi do it. Klang has been playing very well when he's played. But I'll give Alexander the chance because he was doing really well in the regular season. I just like changing the goalies up. 8 points, 10 points, 10 points, 8 points, 11 points, 6 points. So I will put Kulich down. 6 points, 8 points. Pestujov, you can go up here. I'm not too concerned if they're not centers because I don't think it really matters. DeLeo, you are struggling. Because Faxa got injured. Well, I guess how many games did you play? You only played 2 games. But I will... You can go up here. Holy crap. Kyrou hopefully will be in the NHL next year. 9 points, 5 goals. So plus minus wise. Not bad. Let's see if we can do it. Didn't make too many changes. Kyrou's partially injured. Alexander got the win, but I went back to the other goalie. Oh man, maybe I should have gone back to Alexander because it would have automatically put the other guy in. So yeah, let us sim ahead to the end here. I didn't look at sorry guys, I didn't look at the trophies from last season. So I guess we'll have to kind of look at both at the same time at the end of this season. Winnipeg wins the cup. Let's go. They won the Presidents and they broke the President's curse and won the cup too. They must have a really good team. Awards wise, so we'll look at this year and last year. So Buffalo won the cup last year. That's interesting. And wow, that's back-to-back Presidents, and that's crazy. Just gotta win the league, I guess. So it was Toronto against Winnipeg, and Buffalo against Vegas again. Scheifele, McDavid last year, Marchand, McDavid last year, Dahlin last year, Dunn this year, just I guess because he had so many points. Lady Bing. Bedard and Wright. That's pretty crazy. Imagining Bedard could win the Calder and then Shane Wright win it the next year, even though he's the year before him. Just because Shane Wright was supposed to go so high. Conn Smythe, Morrissey, Tuck won it. Wait. Oh yeah. So Tuck won the Conn Smythe playing against Vegas when Buffalo won the cup last year. That's pretty crazy. Husso won it. Nice. I don't know who the coach was before. Crosby won the Frank, Jay Selke. I mean, that's not that out of the question. Ryan O'Reilly, pretty old, won that. Ted Lindsay, Marchand's just old man doing it. And then Ovi, then Connor. And AHL, I honestly don't care about AHL. I'm not sure if you guys do, but let's look at, see if we have any guys we need to re-sign. I don't think we should. I think Dostal wasn't signed, but he hasn't really earned anything. Oh shit, yeah, Marner. Holy. Yeah, we're gonna give him 8 years. And that will be 9.125 if he takes that. Take him up until he's 36. Lundestrom, he could earn... Let's give him like 4 years. Because I like him. Good defensively. Won't put up many points, but we can put some offensive guys on his wings. We'll give him 4 years. I like to give... That's like my 8-year contract for the lower guys. 4 years is. McGinn, I like his stats. We'll have to decide later if we want to bring him back. Grew. These guys I don't really care about because I don't know who's going to jump up. Goalies. I must have signed Dosh. Oh yeah, Dostal I gave like 3 years at that. Hopefully he can prove it. Klang, do you want AHL contract? Sure, I'll give you that because I'm sure you'll back up eventually. Alexander, you earned one. We'll give you 3 years. You'll just be an AHL stud for us. Other than that, let's just see if Marner signs. We'll get to the draft, and I think next episode we'll do the draft. I guess we'll get the lottery results after they sign here, or it might be before they sign. So let's watch for that. We have the 5th last. Remember, we have the 5th best chance at it. Marner signs, that's big. And we move down one again. So, not great. Again, we might want to trade up just a little bit so we can get one of these guys. I mean, we have centers already. But I like to get a real guy because we moved to 6th. I think this guy's real. I think he's just a top 6 guy though. Like these guys will be elite. Like we could take him. This already has gotten pretty unrealistic with the trading of trading for Marner, so I'm not too concerned about that. Maybe we could take created guys. I just like taking real life guys. See if they got any more information on people for us. This guy I definitely want to take, not you. This guy I definitely want to take, the Frenchman. Played in the Extra League. Apparently the Extra League is an A+ league. A sniper with work ethic and maturity. I like it. Could be like a guy that comes in near the middle of us competing. Could be a guy we take with our second there, but this guy, I like the low elites because they're interesting. They can get like crazy stats, like 99 shooting randomly out of nowhere. And then this was the guy I liked. He's moved up a little. I like this guy more. We might have to trade our third a little for him. We're going to go for him if we get a pick. This guy's a two-way forward. They got some more information. This guy's a two-way forward. Could have... probably not. So I think we will do the interviews on those 2 defensemen around our pick, just to see kind of what they are. I mean, I'm sure they're elites and they're just whatever, like the basic. Kessel retires. Corey Perry. Defensive wise, still nothing too crazy here. Our guy is a scout. He's gonna ask us to re-sign him. Is he a good scout though? That's the question. No. So let's interview. Imagine this guy's. Oh no, this guy's an elite. I was gonna say, imagine there's another franchise. There's always just a little ridiculous. Gustavs Kasparaitis. Defensive defenseman, don't love it. And he is NHL ready. And his senses are bad. Bad senses as a defensive defenseman? I don't think so. I mean, if it's offensive, like, awareness, maybe. But, like, I need a good, solid defenseman, like Chris Tanev. Yeah, I definitely am not interested in that guy. They're both lefties. That guy's way bigger, so this guy's most likely not a defensive defenseman. I'm hoping also not an offensive defenseman, although that could be interesting. We've just got a lot of offensive. Oh, he's a defensive defenseman too. They're like the exact same player, playing in the same league. Watch. Oh yeah, it's the exact same player. Great job, EA. One's Latvian and one's Ukrainian or something. Yeah, I'm not interested. Not interested in either of those guys. We could trade back and take like whichever one of these guys we're most interested in. I saw Martone was only a year away. And he has 3. Martone might be a guy we're interested in. I mean, we have so many guys. Like I said last time, we almost need a defenseman. What about this guy? This guy could be interesting. He's so big too. Two-way guy. Because who else do we got for defenseman? This is the first real guy. Not great. This guy could be interesting. Might actually interview him. This guy's NHL ready. Defensive defenseman. I'm going to interview this guy because he's 6'5", had 4 points in the KHL. He's only 17, right defenseman. We do have a couple guys who could jump in there. I guess we don't really need a defenseman if the guys who are already there. This guy's like a year away. So I might just take a forward. Like, it's really like we've got enough players in all the positions to compete, like even forward wise. I almost might like think about trading the first for an NHL ready guy. Something I sometimes look at. We could trade for a pending free agent, so we have the signing rights. It's a little cheese, but like, who do we have here? Stamkos, Buchnevich, Burns. Go to UFAs. It's like Buchnevich. We almost need a defenseman though. Like our defense core still hasn't grown, which makes sense. It takes defense longer to get there. Like Pettersson could be an interesting guy. Maybe Pittsburgh has like a couple guys. Like a couple defensemen that are expiring or something. That would be the thing. So next video we're gonna look, see if, because obviously our first is too much value for this. Maybe depending on where Pittsburgh's draft pick is, I think they were good. We could trade down for like a draft pick and Pettersson signing rights. That could be a thing we do, and then that way Pettersson could be a guy like I really like. He looks really good, and he could be a guy to play with us. Obviously, maybe look for a righty defenseman. Not really that many. We could go for Burns, but he's an offensive defenseman. Because who is our our righty defenseman won't be ready for the second pair in Kyrou next year, so could maybe look at like Larson. Not bad. Brody could be interesting. Or we could look to try to get Chikrin and play him on that side, which I wouldn't be too opposed at getting. He has the truculence. McCabe also. Chikrin could be interesting. He's on Chicago, and they finished, where'd they finish? Just to end this video, we'll look at this, and Ottawa finished, let's just look at their conference, easily see. They were a good team too, so we could trade down for Chikrin and Chikrin signing rights and a pick and their first pick. So yeah, next year next video, that'll be a fun thing to do at the draft, because it seems like we've got a lot of our prospects we need already, and they just need to develop, and we need to start competing. So yeah, we got all these guys. And in the AHL, we've got Hemming, Savoy is ready for the NHL. Sidorov is, so they could be third liners for us. And even defensively, we've got these three. Kyrou will be hopefully second pairing eventually, but he'll be third pairing next year. So that's why I say if we trade for Chikrin and play him with either Minchikov or Zellweger, that'd be our top four. Then play Kyrou and Lacombe, because they were a defense pair last year in the AHL. They played pretty well, so just kind of do that and make it interesting, and we'll do that next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll have fun with the draft next video.